All right, shalom to the elect. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. All right. And what I said was all the praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God, in the name of his Son Yahweh Shai, who is the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is Rakakwadash in the Hebrew. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. And this is a video, I seen just while I was scrolling on Instagram, man, and it's it goes to show one of the, just another reason why, we need this captivity to end, all right? Because, I had screen recorded it, but, it's just Jake, pretty much this devil. The thing is, in this society, you can't even really discipline your own children, In this society, you can't even really discipline your own children, man, all right? They're going to call, CPS on you, okay? You got to understand, like, everybody, don't think the same in this society, man, okay? Everybody don't think the same, For example, when I say that, meaning, for example, right? You could be out at the supermarket or whatever, and your child could act up, okay? But if somebody who doesn't have the same mindset, disciplining them, sees that, they're gonna call the cops on you, man. It's all it's all different reasons why we need out of here, man. Okay? Because how is it you can't discipline your own children? All right? The scriptures talk about disciplining your own children, man. Okay? And the thing is, a lot of these mothers, they get in the way of that. These mothers that don't believe in beating their kids or whatever, man, they get in the way. Because in this situation, the father was trying to discipline, or pretty much, well, you know what? I'm going to let you see the video, then I'm going to talk about it some more afterwards. Here you go. Wait, Salakia, hold on. The audio wasn't up. Don't mind this woman here. It's just had to start over the screen recording.
There's a home.
I have a 20-year-old son, and I gave my son instructions this morning. I wish the law would come and tell me I can't do that.
What happened between you and your dad this morning?
He woke me up for the car and then he woke
For the
me
what?
up, but he was yelling at me. And then he just slapped me like 2 times.
He slapped you?
Yeah.
How so?
He was like, I was laying down. He was in the chair, leaning over. He was like, I was like, bro, stop for a third one.
Like on your face?
My face.
Okay.
And then he got my face.
When we get when I tell him to do something, and he feels like he can yell back at me, and I get upset, because I'm the daddy, and you're not going to disrespect me in my house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the nobody hit anybody. I was over his head while he was sleeping. I said, get up and do what I said. I didn't slap him. I tapped my child on the head.
It's just the way how he came to him.
Like,
Stop him.
put your hands on me.
He just hollering. He hollering early in the morning. The boy just getting up. He just getting up, and I already had done got him up to do what I needed him to do anyway. But why you get out of bed and start coming to him hollering and cussing him and all that?
My car is down, and so I needed to get an Uber for my wife. And all I did was tell him, transfer the car from one phone to the other so you can pay for the Uber. We got the Uber sitting out here waiting.
There's a home.
I have a 20-year-old son, and I gave my son instructions this morning. I wish the law would come and tell me I can't do that.
What happened between you and your dad this morning?
He woke me up for the car and then he woke
For the
me
what?
up, but he was yelling at me. And then he just slapped me like 2 times.
He slapped you?
Yeah.
How so?
He was like,
Salakia, I don't know if it just restarted playing, but pretty much, okay? Well, if you couldn't, I don't know if you could hear it or not, but if you couldn't, all right, basically, it was just, I don't know the whole situation, I just heard, something about Card, Lyft, or Uber or something like that. But nevertheless, what you could hear from it is that his father was saying that his he pretty much was telling his son to do something, and his son wasn't listening, pretty much, or something like that. His son wasn't listening, so he had like slapped him, not really even slapped him, but gave him like a little tap on the face. You know what I mean? So he gave him one of those, and then eventually, as you see, police came, and the mother was saying, why are you doing all of that? Like, why are you, slapping him in the face, hollering and all of that stuff? And you see, she getting in the way, okay? But, nevertheless, how do you call the police on, how does the police get called on a father, all right, telling his son what to do, okay? I don't remember if the son had listened or not, but basically, all right, this type of stuff just happens in general, man. Okay, so I want to get some scriptures. All right, so this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 30, starting in verse 1. It says, "He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end." Okay. And the thing is, that's crazy, because I just seen over in New York City, in Brooklyn, around the Amalek area, the small hats around that area, there was this child, and he was screaming in public, and I think whoever, his guardian parent, whatever, was right there, and ain't doing nothing about it, but. And one could just assume that he doesn't get beaten, okay? He doesn't get beatings, all right? But, pretty much you could see how children act who haven't gotten beatings. Look at how the so-called white man treats his children, Don't do that. That's it. That's all the correction they get. Don't do that. Say stop. You don't have to do that. Stop, Whereas Jake, who put belt to ass, okay? But you see how it turns out in the end? Okay. There's, okay, let me jump down to verse 9. It says, verse 9 says, "Cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid." All right. And the word cocker means to pamper. All right. Cocker means to pamper, pamper, not meaning like, you don't put diapers on them, but like pamper, for example, you got the term on pampering someone. You just overdoing it, treating them with kindness, just overdoing it, man. Right? Says, "Cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid." You see how a spoiled child gets. Okay? It says, "Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end." Okay? So you see how a spoiled child gets, pretty much, You pamper him and all of that. You don't give him no type of discipline or correction when they go off. None of that. In the end, you're going to have some type of, man, look, in the end, man, you're going to have problems with that child, man. Okay? In the end, you're going to have trouble with that child, man. Okay? And the thing is, in this society, cockering your child and not disciplining them, that's something that's pushed a lot in this society, man. Not disciplining them, okay? Because the thing is, you're supposed to beat this child if he goes off. You're supposed to beat him, okay? The scriptures say this even. What is it? This is Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 19:18, and it says, "Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying." See? So yeah, man, you're supposed to do stuff like that. Okay? All right, you're supposed to, you know what I mean? If your child, goes off, you're supposed to discipline him. All right? I'm going to read some more of that in Sirach 30, though. All right, you ain't supposed to spare for his crime. Because in the end, as it said, Sirach 31, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. See? He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. All right? I'm going to jump down back to verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides. See? While he is a child. Okay? So yeah, you're supposed to, instill that in them. You're supposed to instill that correction, all right, while they're young, Because imagine, I'm just saying this, all right? Imagine, you don't do that. Now they grow older, okay? And they just how they used to having their way. You would never put a foot in their ass. You see how these young niggas act, all right? You already know, among the Jake community, all right? It's not, the father is not in the household. And then you have what's known as these children who, are raised by single parents, single mothers. And you see how niggas act, all right? You see exactly how niggas act, man. All right, raised by single mothers. I'm not gonna lie, I was raised by a single mother, but this truth, this truth got me. Okay, I was raised by this, this truth, really. Okay, by Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. I came from a single parent household. Not to make this about myself, but the difference is, brothers that might come from that. Hey, look, you coming to the truth. The truth really teaches you how to be a man. The truth also shows you to respect mother and father. That's in the law. I'm going to get that real quick. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother. So hold on, because in this society, they teach you, not really, they don't really teach you to honor your father like that. They disregard the father, And I'm not saying anyone should celebrate Father nor Mother's Day, all right? But you just see when Father's Day come around, don't nobody really celebrate it like they do Mother's Day, okay? But this is a society where uplifts women, okay? It says honor your father and your mother. Those honor both, and really you come from your father. And as Apostle Gabar said, for those brothers that still have their father around, okay? You should, should make peace with him. Try to make peace with him, man. Okay, even if he, don't like it, at least try. At least you did your part. Even if you don't want to make peace, you at least try to do your part, man. A lot of Jake don't got their father around. Okay, that's just what it is. That's a part of the curses too. Let me get that. It's Deuteronomy 28. Starting in verse 54, right? And it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom. Here's the point. And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay? You see that a lot in Jake households, man. Especially so-called black households. The father is always leaving. Okay? That's just, that's something that's like, I want to say a stigma put on Jake, all right? But the point is, a lot of Jake don't have their fathers around sometimes. So if you do, try to make peace with them, man, okay? Remember, you come from your father. You don't come from your mother. You come out of your mother, but you don't come from her. You come from your father, man. Okay? But let me go back to Sirach 30, though. All right? You see, fathers, man, they instill. Look, if you in a household without your father, okay. Let me just say, let me say it like this: fathers just, they add that, level of respect, okay, in the household, man. Whereas, a mother, they don't really, Jake will, they'll obey their mother, but they won't really take it as serious as they pops. Okay? Sirach 30, back in verse 12, it says, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he's a child. Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. And that's so that, hey, look. So that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? You got a child, you know, you're supposed to, that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, young, you chastise him, okay? As it says, you know, while he's a child, and then when you know, because if you don't, he'll grow and wax stubborn, and you know, and start, you know, causing hell for you, man. Okay, that's why. Once again, look at these young niggas out here today. You got a term called YNs. You think them niggas, and some of them probably did, but I think for the most part, some of them probably didn't have their father around. Okay, and you see how they act. You know, you see the videos of Jake, you know, and they pops and stuff. All right, you know, you see the videos of Jake and they pops, you know, in the you know, like online and stuff like that. Okay, you know, I'm making a certain reference. I'm thinking of a certain video, but I'm trying to get a point across. You know, there's a certain you know, pretty much there was Jake kids online. They fathers chastised them for trying to you know, gangbanging and all that. You know, and then you know, and then you see Jake ain't going to do nothing against, you know, their dad. So, you know, fathers hold that type of weight. They hold that type of just blocking for that noise in the background. It's a whole bunch of fucking. I might do a lesson on that next after this. It's a whole bunch of you know, I'm just walking around right now, but it's a there's Islamic area around. So I guess this is their hour of prayer. But that shit is crazy, man. You can hear it. All right. But Sirach 30 and 12 again. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he's a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Verse 13, chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. All right. And the thing is, in the ancient world, when you had a disobedient son, we're gonna pull that scripture real quick. That's a lock it for this noise, man. You know, it's a lock it. Let me see. Okay. It's Deuteronomy 21, starting at verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them, lock you for this noise. Fuck it, I'm gonna start talking anyway. All right, but pretty much, if a man has a rebellious child, doesn't want to listen to him and all that, you know, this is what would happen to him. This would be, you know, the actions taken against it in the ancient world. Verse 19, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put out evil away from among you. And all Israel shall hear and fear. All right? So that's what it's supposed to be. Okay? That's what it's supposed to be. That's what happened back then. You know what I mean? So, look, man. In this day and age, you can't do that, all right? You can't do that in this day and age, man. All right? That don't even work like that. Okay? You You know? It's lucky. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so just showing, you know, the things that were happening in the ancient world, but because of this devil, we're under his power. Now, you know, can't even enact these things. But the thing, and the thing is, right, with these young niggas, right, it's part of prophecy. This is this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Yeah, monsters talking about you know, these niggas, okay? These rowdy ass niggas, man. Okay? You know? But the thing is, in the kingdom, man, ain't gonna be none of that. Okay? The children are gonna be all righteous in the kingdom, as it says in Isaiah 60 and 21. Alright, so ain't gonna be, you know, no worrying about, you know, your children bucking up against you and all that. Alright? It's gonna get put back in order. But hey, with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who break millstone every well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.